Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Move Fast, Lift Heavy podcast. This is Joe Roscoe, co-host of MFLH Pod. Thanks so much for joining us. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, tell your friends, screenshot the episode, put on your IG stories, wherever you can do to help spread the word. We'd greatly appreciate it. Move Fast, Lift Heavy is your one-stop shop for all things training and fashion. So hit us up, movefastlift.heavy.com. If you haven't already, Train with CH right now is running a 4-week ab challenge. We're starting it every Monday. We're accepting 10 people at a time in those waves for you to try out Christian Harris's 4-week ab challenge that he put together. He got demo videos every day of what particular ab circuits you'll be doing, as well as tips and tricks from him just in general, nutrition, training, mindset, etc. So big giveaway there if you try a free trial of Train with CH or Pump with CH. You can access that on movefastlift.heavy.com or mflhtrain.com. Be sure to check us out on the gram at movefastlift.heavy. Got a big drop coming up November the 24th around the Black Friday, Cyber Monday time. Flannels, t-shirts, hats, all the things. Check out at movefastlift.heavy to see all things apparel from the MFLH gear side of things. All right, let's bring on Christian Harris, founder of Move Fast Lift Heavy, CrossFit Games athlete, dad, husband, hairstyle, trendsetter, Long Islander, former Brooklynite, New York Yankee fan that's still crying in his sleep at night, hip hop connoisseur, former rapper, chase the sweet every night. What's up, dude?
What's going on, bro?
Didn't know how. I was like, how long can I keep this going?
You did pretty well.
What's up, man?
I think you nailed just about all of it.
Yeah. If you just to get morbid, if you need someone to talk at your funeral someday, I could check all the boxes of describing who Christian Harris was as a living being on this planet.
There you go.
All right, so you're feeling strong. We were chatting before hitting record. You're lifting all the weights, trying to look like your younger self. Remember before I knew you, it was probably your grid days. I think you posted a video of touch and going 275 on the snatch. I was like, who's this guy? So is this guy coming back? You gonna be touching and going 275 for 3 pretty soon?
Touch and go.
That probably was not. You probably touch and go 300 for 3. I'm probably not remembering this correctly, but
no. One of the matches we had to train for, it finished with 3 touch and go snatches at 275. So that was actually a thing we were training for. But during that time period when I was my stronger self, I touch and go 305 for 2.
Got it. No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal.
So with your training right now, we started a new 4-week cycle with Train with CH. Everyone that's in the crew, I hope you all are enjoying that. Anyone that's not, we'd love to have you. Tell us a little bit about how that's been the past week or so with prepping for this new cycle leading into the season.
Yeah, it's been great. It's more of a traditional weightlifting type format where you're going to hit your main lift. You're going to hit 2 accessories plus a squat, and it's more of a, again, traditional approach. So nothing really on the clock. A lot of the lifting that we've done previously over I'd say the past year has been a lot of interval style weightlifting, where this is more, you're going to do your set, you're going to sit down in a chair, rest, 90 seconds to 2 minutes or so in between, and really maximize that recovery between your sets to allow you to get the most out of each set.
You said today you weren't really feeling it. You're doing your monostructural, you're running. How, when you're not feeling it, do you screw your feelings and still do it?
Yeah. You don't always feel it every day. There's things sometimes that come up in training. Maybe you don't want to do it, or maybe sometimes you're in the middle of training and you start getting this voice in your head that tries to start negotiating with you, like, all right, it's time to take a break, or all right, maybe we could just do this another time or another day. And, when you start negotiating yourself, you start moving further off the path of reaching those goals that you have set out for yourself. And sometimes you got to just say, fuck it, through what's going on in my head, and just kind of really hammer down and try to block the voice out as best as possible. A lot of times, to help yourself block that voice out is to actually just get started. Before to this morning, I had a 6K run to do, and I didn't want to do it. And I was saying, maybe I'll just run for 10 minutes and just call it a day. And then once I got about 5 to 10 minutes into it, I'm like, well, I'm already here. What's another, 20 minutes or so of running? And, you know, that's one of the small, simple ways that you can go about pushing through and reaching the goal for the day.
Yeah, just got to rip the Band-Aid. Just got to start, and
Yep.
then eventually you'll settle in. Uh, cool. Tell us a little bit about the past weekend or so. You don't have to like drop names or anything if you don't want, but like some exciting stuff going on. You had a pro day, prepping for the season. You were saying you were feeling good with where you're at training wise. Yeah, just general thoughts about all that fun stuff coming up in a month or so.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. We had 16 athletes come out from all over, everywhere from Florida to Canada to New Jersey, New York. A bunch of athletes came out for the weekend. Great training day. We had enough for 4 teams to kind of like hit some workouts together against each other. And it was a great start to building the rosters for the 2023 season. I personally felt really good with everything that we did this past weekend. I was telling Joe earlier, I had an uncharacteristic fumble on the handstand ramp, and it's been such a long time since I haven't been able to go over. It was just one of those very uncharacteristic, but yet very frustrating moments. Um, the workout, if anybody wants to do it, it was 10 ring muscle ups into 20 dumbbell snatch with the 70-pound dumbbell, then handstand walk over and back, 20 dumbbell snatch, and then 10 ring muscle ups. And my shoulders were just, they weren't having it. But yeah, the weekend was great. We are probably going to be doing more of what we call just a regular preseason camp. So now we kind of have the talent that is fielded and what we're looking for the season. And now it's kind of about putting the pieces together that are going to work the best in putting teams together for this 2023 season.
Any philosophies on how you're going to do that?
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with balancing the athletes out. Typically, you have a team of 4, but you can also look at it as 2 men, 2 women, where if you have a guy that is super strong and maybe the gymnastics aren't great, then you would need a guy to balance him out, right? So if his best set of ring muscle ups is maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10, you would need a guy that ideally has a best set of, 15 to 20 plus to kind of balance each other out. Same thing on the strength side, right? If you have a guy or girl that, their strength numbers aren't great, you gotta need that girl to kind of balance that female out. So
Got it.
one of the interesting things when it comes to team that I think gets overlooked a little bit is running. And running for team purposes, you're really only as fast I'd say 90% of the time, you're really only as fast as your slowest teammate, because most of the time when they have teams run at the games, specifically, you're running holding a rope. So if you have an athlete that can run a 4-minute mile, but your slowest athlete is an 8 or 9-minute mile, they really don't get to showcase that speed that they have, just because, again, you're all attached to a rope, and trying to run a 4-minute mile, dragging people along probably isn't going to go well for that fast athlete.
Yeah. Even this past year, they split it up, but you still were running in pairs for that one event. So again, it was the slowest person was going to dictate what happened. You know what I just popped in my head is that there's 4 teammates. Wouldn't it be cool if there was maybe like a 100-meter relay or a 400-meter relay? You know, the passing of the baton. Because the 100, it does work in teams of 4. That'd be pretty cool to see y'all do that.
For sure. Even 1 mile, right? You do a 400-meter run, like any instance where you can get like some 1v1 type action would allow you to showcase someone's speed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's the running in itself, like it's overlooked when, like you said, when prepping for the games, because the open, the quarterfinal, even the semifinals, you don't see anywhere close to what you do in the game, especially when Castro was at the helm. Like y'all were running so much. This past season, you had 2 events with running, or 3?
At the games,
I
it
mean,
was
you even had that like the relay thing, remember, with the overhead squats. That's even technically, you could call that a running event as well.
yeah, it had a couple shuttle runs in there. I mean, that I see what they're trying to do. They are trying to make it so that you do have to make sure you're working on your running, right? So like in quarterfinals, we had to do all those shuttle runs with the burpees. And then at semis, our specific semis had a pretty long workout in there. It was one of the longer ones where I think there was maybe a 2,000-meter run or mile run or something in between, just a bunch of like cardio type stuff. So, yeah.
Anything else you're expecting from the season, whether it's movements, rule book that hasn't been hashed out? Yeah, any predictions on what's to come that we might have not seen in the past?
Yeah, definitely waiting on the rule book to see if it's going to be, like it was last year where you had to live within 100 miles, which changes a lot of things for people, or if it's going to be you have to do the open and quarterfinals with your team, which allows for super teams to potentially be created. I've also been doing a lot of looking at main site, and they have been programming a shit ton of gymnastics, like crazy. I did one on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, I did one on Tuesday. If you follow the program, you guys will be doing this next Tuesday. It's a 20-minute AMRAP of 5 pullovers, like on a pull-up bar, 20 GHD sit-ups, and a 1-minute plank. So just pure core body weight workout. And you have that high skill gymnastics movement in there with the pullover.
And you got what, accustomed to the pullover? You've had history with it. What about, was it difficult for you? Was it new?
I've done the pullovers before. When training for grid back in the day, it was a movement that it was how you kind of got up over the pull-up bar for like alternating bar muscle ups without having to waste a bar muscle up. But I also experienced it when I was training like a few years ago and did the Power Monkey camp. So I was doing like a lot of pretty cool high skill gymnastics stuff there. But it was funny because I actually incorporated them back into training last week, and I did a tutorial video, and the next day they posted that workout with the pullovers, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
let's hope
CrossFit's
that.
spying on me.
Either that, or let's hope your intuition continues to be on a roll there, and you have your finger on the pulse of what's to be expected coming soon.
Yeah, I definitely think we could see that movement for sure in a competition format. It's pretty easy to judge.
Yeah, yeah. So with our new block right now, the cycle with Train with CH, talk to us a little bit about how you're planning to transition into the next one. I know it's like looking ahead a bit, but skeleton wise, what's going to be different from this one to the next as we continue to get closer and closer to the open?
Yeah, so once we start hitting the next phase that gets closer into the open, we'll start adding some more open style workouts, or yeah, I guess open style workouts as our conditioning pieces. Right now, the format that we have as far as conditioning is concerned, Mondays tends to be more of a work rest day. Tuesday, we're doing like some sort of longer AMRAP. Wednesday, we've got EMOMs in there. Fridays is kind of a like work rest, but they're mini workouts or repeat workouts. Saturdays, same idea, kind of repeat workouts. Meaning, if you're confused about what repeat workout means, an example would be 2159, power clean, echo bike, rest, do the 2159, rest 1 to 1, and then repeat it again. So it's an actual workout, not necessarily like 15 cal row, 10 burpees over the rower, and then 5 sandbag to shoulder, rest a minute, and do 6 rounds of that, right? Those are two different styles. I would say the first one was more repeat style workout, and the second one was more interval style. So we have both of those in there. But once we get more into that open style training, you'll see like a lot of ascending ladders, things like that, that are traditionally in the open. The strength will take a turn a little bit and most likely be at more of a interval style session when lifting for, you know, training the conditioning, but also yet still trying to keep your strength, because a lot of times in the open and in competition settings, you're going to need to be able to perform your lifts under fatigue after doing, a workout or whatever the case may be. Typically, you have to earn your ability to showcase your strength.
Right. Cool. And pump with CH. What's up with pump right now?
Pump, we're doing a lot of supersets. Off the top, Mondays right now is push pull. Tuesdays is shoulders and biceps. Wednesdays leg day. Wednesday's always going to be leg day. Fridays is booty and shoulders, and then Saturdays is arms and core.
Any reason you like to put legs on Wednesday?
I like putting legs on Wednesday because you're going into a rest day, so it gives you that extra time to recover. Typically, leg days on Mondays smash people and kind of destroys their central nervous system a bit, which can lead you not putting your best effort in the subsequent days.
It's very true. I used to
Yeah.
do leg days on Mondays a lot because of training actors, and the way that their like show schedule is, I would just try to sneak that in before the brunt of their work would start. But for me, I wasn't on the same schedule as them, so I would just be like wrecked for the rest of the week doing legs on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
It's never fun trying to train when your legs are sore. So,
Right. And lastly, the drop coming up end of November, I believe the 24th. You're wearing one of the items, I believe. Yeah,
two
two of the items. Got the beanie on and the flannel. Tell us a little about the inspiration of the drop, some of the items, maybe some of your favorites.
Yeah, so this drop is kind of our combination of the Thankful collection that we've done in the past, as well as the Wendler collection. The Wendler collection is kind of like our bread and butter. It's very simple yet elegant pieces. that we like to throw in every single year. And it's like our classic staples there. The Thankful collection was one that we dropped. I mean, we usually do that one every November or so. So kind of the Thankful collection has a very fall feel to it. So we combine those two into what this collection for November is going to be. You'll see a flannel, a couple different beanie options. I'm excited about the sweatsuit. It's a hoodie and jogger combo. We're doing it in gray right now. You'll see another one in December, which I'm also very excited about. And
it's kind of got like a Rocky vibe, the gray on gray.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's classic. I mean, you can't negotiate with the gray on gray.
Here's an overlay of it right here. It's just gonna hide Christian and myself from the screen for now, but yeah.
So we've got our Halo tee, which we released last year at the Wendler collection. We've got a little bit of a spin on our baseball tee. I was hoping the Yankees might have made the World Series and taken home the trophy, but they didn't. But this top right tee, the forest green, is an ode to the Yankees and a very New York tee. We've got our no smoke tee in a long sleeve. We've got the bold box breast hit in maroon. Maroon is one of our core colors. And then, like I said before, we've got the sweatsuit, the flannel with a big Seth on the back. Everyone's going to love that. And then a crew neck in this very like mocha color, and the white on it really pops. You got to see it. You got to see the photos to really appreciate it. And then two beanie options. One's cable knit. One's more of your traditional, 12-inch pullover beanie. And then we did the bold the bold logo on what we call our thought crop for the ladies.
Yeah. Love the thought crop. Maybe I'll have to rock one. All right. Nice. All right, Mr. Christian Harris. Looking forward to seeing you progress in the season. And I'm looking forward to us revealing who these mystery teammates might be on however many teams we come up with there.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good time.
All right. Talk to you. I was going to try to pull out a hip hop rap quote to impress you about, being here for a good time, not a long time, but we want to be here for a long time. So I refrain from saying it. You want to be here for all phases of. We want to see you in Madison, for a long time.
Yep.
So let's call up Drake, write him a letter and say, let's change the lyric to "We're here for a good time and a long time."
Yeah.
All right. Later. My cheesy ass is out of here. Bye.
All right, bro.
All right. Christian Harris. I'm Joe Roscoe. Be on the lookout. This is going to be a fun season. Excited to see what happens with the team. Check out that ab challenge. Like I said before, it's free with the free trial. So you get 2 freebies. You get 7 days of the program for Train with CH or Pump with CH. And then you also get 4 weeks of an ab challenge with videos from Christian on the daily. Be on the lookout. November 24th is that drop. And can't wait for you all to see it and rep it.